Hello. Welcome back, guys, to my YouTube channel. Miss Fierce here from the Fierce Trade House. First of all, I'm really happy to be back just on my weekly analysis. As always, it's Sunday, 10, actually noon. So it's actually a Sunday afternoon. It's also Easter. It's a long Easter weekend. And I really just want to wish all of you happy Easter. I hope you're enjoying the break away from the hustle and bustle of normal life. And if you've been a trader, I hope you're enjoying this break as well. I know Fridays, the charts, the markets were kind of dead because of Good Friday holiday. It was a bank holiday as well. I believe Monday will also probably possibly be a bank holiday as well. But I just wanted to do this analysis to prepare us either way, right? Yes, and if you're also new to my channel, this is your very first time here, welcome. Welcome and do me a solid, please like and subscribe. So we're looking at US 30 because I'm just looking at, I've just landed on it as a first instrument or pair that I'll be looking at. And what I see is on the weekly, NAS is trying to break to the upside, or it's trying to, there was this really bullish candle on this week of the 14th March week. And, so we really rallied up. We took out some previous weekly highs. So that was pretty strong. We didn't quite take out these highs here. Then we retraced. So we do have a weekly imbalance here. I feel like there's potential to just continue. Let me just look at this again here. I still feel like there's room to, just keep dropping, right? There's room to keep dropping. We've literally closed with lower lows since for the last 3 weeks. Let me look at the daily. So as you can tell, we pushed up, and are retracing. So I feel like, the imbalances below, we are at a very strong demand zone. So we are definitely in bullish territory. But I feel like there's room for us to drop first before we see any upward move. Okay, this was a really huge aggressive drop here where we took out liquidity, we pushed up, we have retraced, and we will continue to push up. But I feel like there's potential, just by the way we closed last week, there's potential for price to retest the 34,505 level or even the 33,866 level. Literally, I think they're about, I don't know how many pips away, about 650, 660 points rather, away from where price closed. Yeah, there could be. Let me look at maybe a lower time frame. So this is it. We can see this bearish move down. So when I'm looking at it on the lower time frame, in terms of, now, US 30 is trying to push up, possibly, tap into the 34,517, which is not so far, about 7 points away. Not really too far away. So I just feel like even if we try to push up, I believe we're still bearish. We're showing a very bearish structure on the lower time frame. There's a bit of imbalance below here. I wouldn't be surprised if I saw, the retrace and then continuation down. So on the short term, guys, I am hoping that we can, drop further just by looking at this structure. At the same time, we do have imbalances upside on the higher time frame. Giving me the same vibes. We retraced, taken out liquidity, we pushed up, but quite didn't do a great effort to completely take out structure. And now I still think we're going to continue to go down. So that's for US 30. For NAS 100, let's see. I'm thinking possibly looking the same. me just remove this fibs here. So as we can tell with NAS is even looking more bearish. Let me look at the weekly. Yeah, we're kind of in a demand zone, potential reaction zone, but I kind of feel like there's room, because of this imbalance here when price pushed up, there's room to actually attack the, let's see, this level, which is what? Which is how far? About 115, 129 points away. Okay, so I'll be like, I think there's room. There's room to actually just drop. There's imbalances below. So I'm looking at the market first opening bearish before we continue up. And there's potential to drop all the way down to 13,447. Okay, 160 points away. But when I look at the 15 minutes, okay, I'll wait to see if we take out this low of 12th April, then definitely we'll be looking at breaking down even further. That's my bias. But we'll see what happens. I'm still bearish. I'm still bearish on NAS. So let me look at something else, a pair now, a currency pair now, GBP USD. See what GU is doing. Whoa, GU has just been in some kind of, consolidation. We are kind of in bullish territory on a lower time frame. Let me look at the weekly. I think it's best to start on the weekly. So very interesting. I feel like we are forming bearish structure. There are levels at 26,847. Where I'm thinking, I wouldn't mind. There's liquidity resting below these zones here on the weekly time frame. On the daily, okay, we kind of may have retested a level. We may see price pushing up. So what I'm seeing here is we retested a demand zone. We tried to break through it, quite didn't manage to do so. So what we see here is there was a bit of a liquidity grab, okay, and then price pushed up, and this was a retest. And the way I'm looking at it is, we have some levels up here that price may decide to revisit, okay. Just by this formation here, price action here, and then this retest here, we may begin to see price pushing to the upside. We may begin to see that. So let me look at, let's say, again, the 15 minutes. I mean, this was very bearish structure, but the overall, we are still in bullish territory unless we take out this swing low here. We're basically forming lower highs. But this could go either way. We closed pretty bearish on the lower time frame, but we may see price pushing up because I'm seeing a lot of liquidity still resting above these levels here, above 1.30733. So I don't know. I think I'm 50-50 on this. I'm kind of still bullish on higher time frame, so we'll see. GG on the other hand, is interesting. A very bullish, very bullish structure. We took out liquidity, so there's potential to retrace back down. There's potential to, retrace back down. We do have more liquidity up. It's looking very bullish. Okay, we've taken out liquidity. There's some imbalance up here. We may be targeting that imbalance up there on the weekly, around 168.808. So that's a possibility that will just continue to push up. Okay, push up about 443 pips. That's on the weekly. So about 400 pips. I think that's 400 pips really. I'm counting it. This no, yeah, trading view. Yeah, this could be 400. Yeah, that's 400 pips away. But I'm looking at a near-term target as being about 100 pips away. So I feel like we'll push up and then possibly retrace. I feel like we've left some imbalances here. There's potential to come back and try and retest this zone here. So my take would be we push up 100 pips and then we retrace a couple of pips and then continue. But we are definitely looking bullish on GJ. So let me just look at GU again because GBP pairs tend to move the same way. Yeah, so there's liquidity grabbing below here. There's a target here. Possibly price may want to come and target this level. If it doesn't, we'll then see the structure moving upside, at least on a short term, again, 100 and possibly 200 pips. But you're at a demand zone that has been retested. Structure is looking bearish, but there's potential to actually push up first before we go down. So we are bearish, but we may push up first and then go down. Now that I look at GJ, now that I've looked at GJ, so then there's EuroCAD. I'm just going to look at EuroCAD as another currency pair too, maybe. I used to trade it quite a bit, not so much these days because I really focus more on the indices. So finally, EuroCAD actually broke structure. I've been, saying that if it does break down the 2017 Feb low, then we are definitely headed down and we are targeting these liquidity levels. So now that that's out of the way, we may retrace back up possibly before we continue to the downside, but we are really showing bearish structure. So I'm seeing like maybe a retracement of about 80 to maybe 90 pips before we continue down, but we're definitely looking bearish. The daily time frame, we're seeing the liquidity has been taken out, so there's potential to retrace. Okay, so again, possibly retrace to the upside, maybe take care of these highs here on the daily and then continue because we're really looking bearish on the structure. Yeah. So let me look at Euro USD. Yeah, Euro USD is giving the same vibe. So retest and continuation, maybe even retest and possibly try and target these zones up here, which are about 170 pips away. But we are showing bearish structure. I think we also took out a significant low of 2020. Yeah, so this could just be a fake out before we continue to the upside. But at the same time, I'm thinking we've broken a really significant low. There's potential first. I think for us to really move nicely, there's potential to retrace first and then continue, but we are bearish. I think I'll just want to see how the market opens this week. After all the volatility of FOMC and NFP the last 2 weeks. So yeah. Let me also look at an AU pair. So AUD, USD. Hopefully, you guys are getting value. So AUD USD is closed bearish, looks very bearish. I think we will be targeting imbalances below. So yeah, expect her to open bearish, maybe push down about 100 pips before we see a rejection, maybe to the upside. but we are bullish, I believe, long term. Yeah, that's really what I'm seeing, but we are on a retracement. So let me look at gold. Let me look at gold. Gold is gold. So gold, on the other hand, let me first go on the weekly. Let me clear the chart. So gold, I think I was bullish last week, and we can see that we've returned to this supply level here. There's potential to actually just bounce off that zone completely. Okay, so bounce off and then possibly drop and tackle liquidity below here and imbalances below here before we see. So we may approach the 1867 level. It's about 100, 90, 100 pips away. Is that it? 90, 100 pips away. Yeah, about 106, 100 pips away. So on average, that's what I'm seeing. So I'm seeing we did retest this zone, but I feel like there's business that needs to be taken care of downside, and because we're at a supply zone, we may see price drop before we continue. But I'm generally looking at this and thinking, okay, on Friday we closed bearish. We did retest this zone and then began to push up. I don't know if this retest is final. I just feel like there's liquidity lying below here and in this zone. So I would not mind seeing price break down about 100 pips first, and then we can be like, okay, what next? And then we can continue buying. So I'm hoping it does break down first before it moves to the upside. So yeah, guys, I think that's it for today. I don't want to take too much more time on this because this is just an overview of what I think or where I think the market will go. But I do hope that it's been helpful. And if it has, please put a thumbs up. By all means, put a comment. Would love to hear your thoughts. And yeah, see you soon. Bye-bye.